How does a boy who lived in a van with his family grow up to become one of Hollywood's most iconic comedians? Before the fame, the blockbusters, and the Golden Globes, Jim Carrey faced rejection, poverty, and countless setbacks. But through it all, he never lost his sense of humor. Today, we uncover the incredible journey of Jim Carrey, a story of laughter, pain, and ultimately triumph. Jim Carrey was born in 1962 in Ontario, Canada, to a lower middle-class family. Growing up, Jim was always a funny kid. He loved to make people laugh. But life wasn't always full of laughter. When Jim was 12, his father lost his job, and the Carrey family faced a financial crisis. With nowhere else to turn, the Carrey family ended up living out of a van. To help support his family, Jim took on odd jobs and even worked as a janitor. Despite the hardships, Jim always turned to comedy to cope, making jokes to keep the family's spirits up, even in their darkest moments. At 15, Jim decided to pursue his passion for comedy. His father, recognizing his son's incredible talent, would drive Jim to Toronto to perform at comedy clubs. His first performances were anything but easy. Jim bombed time and time again, but he didn't give up. He kept coming back, refining his act and finding his voice. Slowly, the young comedian gained a following, becoming known for his incredible impressions and elastic expressions. He knew he had something special. With his father's encouragement, Jim moved to Los Angeles to chase his dream of becoming a star. But the bright lights of Hollywood weren't welcoming at first. Jim faced rejection after rejection. Casting agents told him he was too over the top, too goofy, or simply not right for the roles. He struggled to find work, and the money quickly ran out. Despite his talent, success seemed out of reach, and then something remarkable happened. Jim decided to take a leap of faith, a symbolic act that would define his future. Jim wrote himself a check for $10 million, post-dated 10 years into the future, with the note for acting services rendered. He carried that check in his wallet as a reminder of where he was headed, even if the world didn't believe in him yet. Jim's persistence eventually paid off. He landed a role on the sketch comedy show In Living Color, where his wild characters and physical comedy finally found an audience. He became the breakout star of the show, and his career started to take off. In 1994, Jim Carrey's dream truly came to life. Ace Ventura: Pet Detective hit theaters, and Jim's career exploded overnight. With hits like The Mask and Dumb and Dumber, Jim became Hollywood's go-to comedy star, and soon after, that $10 million check in his wallet wasn't just a dream. It became a reality, but Jim didn't stop there. He wanted to prove that he was more than just a funny man. In the late 1990s, Jim took on more serious roles, showing his range as an actor. The Truman Show earned him critical acclaim, and Man on the Moon further solidified his place not just as a comedian, but as one of Hollywood's most versatile actors. But even with all the fame, money, and success, Jim faced personal battles. He struggled with depression and found himself questioning the true meaning of happiness. Jim has often spoken about how the pursuit of fame didn't bring him the peace he thought it would. Through his journey of self-discovery, Jim found peace not in fame, but in living authentically and using his platform to inspire others. Today, Jim Carrey is not just a comedy legend, but a symbol of resilience, creativity, and the courage to be yourself in a world that often wants you to fit in. Jim Carrey's story reminds us that laughter can heal, that persistence pays off, and that true success comes from within. From living in a van to becoming one of the most beloved actors in the world, Jim shows us that no matter how tough life gets, you can always find a way to smile. If Jim Carrey's story moved you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with anyone who needs a reminder that dreams are worth fighting for.